Oh, hello. Sorry. I am Andres. I'm one of the facilitators here in Building Bridges, and I'm coming from ELIX, Greece. Hello.
Hi, I'm Nadia. I'm doing my EVS at the IFM-SEI Secretariat in Brussels, and I am a trainer here at Building Bridges Mobility Youth Work in Yaounde in Cameroon.
Hello, I'm Marie, and I'm volunteering for ELIX, and I'm part of the team of the facilitators of this project.
Hello, I'm Ruba Hilal, IFM-SEI Secretary General elect, and I am here with the facilitator team of Building Bridges project.
So this week there's people coming, youth workers coming from different parts of the world. We have people from South America, from Asia, here from Africa, and we're gonna have a meeting on inclusion, and we're also gonna prepare the next steps of the project, which is like basically a regional project on peace education.
I'm very excited to be here at this project where we've kind of spent 2 years generously funded by Erasmus+, exploring issues of human rights education and peace building, bringing young people from across the world together, to make a change.
So, ça va?
Ça va très bien.
Ça va très bien. My expectations, well, I hope to keep the nice energy that we have in the group, that we built up a bit in Asunción last year, and to accomplish all the things that we have ahead, which is a lot.
And for me as well, to have this big energy and to have good relationship and a good mood in the whole team, and I think it's so far going really well.
We kind of started yesterday, like getting to know a bit the place and each other, and then we continued this morning. We started with like some stories. We were telling the stories behind our names and who we are, where we come from. It was really beautiful. And then
we had a team building activity when each participant had some tasks and with roles that they had to achieve.
So in the end we came up with common agreements. That was very nice.
We will talk about social inclusion and exclusion and discover and explore the terms and the definitions.
Yeah.
And then
that's basically it. We're gonna speak a bit also about what exclusion is and the reasons behind exclusion, so it's like starting to get into the topic. Mashed potatoes, and sadly have to announce that it was mashed potatoes and not fried potatoes, but what can I do?
Of course.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Hey! Hi. So this morning went really well, I think.
We explored the topic of intersectionality, identity and intersectionality.
So it was a very kind of personal session, and I think everyone enjoyed it. It was nice to kind of get to know the participants a little bit more. And it's always very interesting because we did the step forward walk to see the ways in which people see their own identities and kind of place themselves in the room. So yeah, it was really interesting.
And then on the second part of the morning, we talked about cultural and culture sensitivity.
We did a kind of role play where we discussed compromises and intercultural exchange, and it was really, really good and quite fun because it was role play. And this afternoon I'm excited because it's going to be finally a little bit more positive, and we're going to speak about the way that we can tools for inclusion, the way that we can promote dialogue, the way that we can be more inclusive, the way that we can make our work more inclusive. So that's going to be really, really good. And then we're also going to do a role play again to understand different mediation techniques, so to really kind of empower our participants and give them the tools to go off into their own communities and their own workspaces and start to make positive and meaningful change, which is very exciting.
I'm really looking forward for the afternoon part where we're gonna put most of the things that we learned into practice today, and we will see how the group will act and if they could put their learning into practice. I'm also looking very, very much to the intercultural evening, exploring all different culture but also tasting all the nice food.
Hi everyone, my name is Delphine Konda. I work with Girls Excel, an organization in Cameroon. Girls Excel is an organization that works with girls and young women in different parts of Cameroon. We work in the area of girls' human rights, sexual and reproductive health. We do a lot of education, especially non-formal education on issues affecting girls and women in the country. Well, today we are at Somatel Hotel for the Building Bridges project with IFM-SEI, and we plan to go to the British High Commission in Yaounde because this is one of the partners that we've had as Girls Excel. They've supported us in projects that address sexual and reproductive health in conflict, so we'd like to have a conversation with them. Later in the evening, we are going somewhere around the neighborhood of Biemasi, Lycée Biemasi, to talk with internally displaced girls and women who have fled the conflict, the Anglophone crisis in the two English regions of Cameroon, and are now trying to re-establish their lives in Yaounde, getting training from another local organization. Bye!
Hello!
Hello.
We actually today looked at the structural exclusion that happens in our society, so we looked more in the wider picture, what goes on in our society, which groups are excluded, why they are excluded. We did a silent discussion about it on ways how to find work to find a solution and change these structural issues. And then we also looked at the youth organization and the role of youth work. And after that, we focused a lot in our organization. We took the participation ladder and we explored it, we talked about it. We then afterwards did the traffic light analysis of our organization. What do we need to work on? What do we need to improve? And we took care that we talk about the good side as much as we talk about the bad side.
I think it went really well. We had a really productive conversation, and we used kind of different methodologies, so different and diverse methodologies, so the participants were really engaged the whole morning, which was really nice. So yeah, and I really enjoyed both of the energizers because they were really fun, and I felt very energetic afterwards.
So I'm actually quite excited about this afternoon because we're gonna, the participants are going to prepare a presentation about the local projects that they developed back in the organizations. So it's one of the parts that I was most looking forward to see what they did, how it went, see some pictures.
This afternoon I'm really excited because I've just joined the project, so I don't really know about what the participants have been doing before, so I'm really excited to find out about their local projects, and yeah.
We'll share all of them in the social media, so hope you enjoy it too.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
During the communication session this morning, we began to watch some campaigns and we discussed about how inclusive they were and how we can use stereotypes and the consequences of using stereotypes in communication campaigns in general. It ended up with really nice and interesting discussion. So reflecting on how the campaign can be seen differently according to the regions. And then we made a list of all the channels that participants could use to communicate around the project and see how to include everyone while they use these channels and communicate the best way possible.
But then we already started thinking about our regional projects that will happen in the next month. So from February until June there will be different projects in Africa, in South America and in Asia with our partners about peace education and human rights. So we were starting planning this and it was very exciting.
Hello!
Hey, hello!
It's Bébé Dauphin.
Well, actually now the work is done. They've been working all morning in the regional projects, and I think all 3 groups are done with the work we're doing here. They're looking very good. I already had a chat with the Paraguayan or the Latin American team, and they were like having concrete ideas, concrete examples. And the other 2 groups are now having like a small meeting with Ruva and Nadia to see how everything is going. But I'm really positive about it.
Today we shot videos to make a MOOC about the Building Bridges project to help young people who would like to implement such projects to have tips to do it. It went really well. The participants were really creative and ended up with really good videos. So I hope you will have a look at the MOOC and enjoy them.
That's the sad part. Today is our last day in Yaounde, and so we'll have the final presentations, the closing, and well, the evaluation and the closing. But we will miss you. Thank you, Yaounde. Thank you, Girls Excel.